traffic control that suggests that a drone attack is being launched into the Indian territory or is being noticed close to the international border, after which we saw that there has been an alert. There has been an alert that was sounded. A siren was also played across as a air raid siren, and also the blackout has now been imposed across Jammu region, so that if there is any attempt from the adversary to carry out any air raid, that can be stopped well within the time, and the air defense system is activated on them.
This is very, it seems almost like deja vu, like this was happening last night, viewers.
विनोद भाई
If you're watching
क्या चल
Republic
रहा
this
है?
evening,
लाइव चल
remember
रहा है.
around this time there was a swarm of drone attacks yesterday. Bishamar Dayal, what is this playing towards? The question is, in this
गेम से थोड़ी छुट्टी ले ली मैंने आज.
quote-unquote game, they're sending these drones. We've sent precision strikes. They're sending these sort of surveillance drones in. What is this all moving towards?
See, Arnab, let's look at his pattern. He's activated the entire LC. He's causing you damage at the LC, right? And from LC downward, where LC finishes, he's made your IB also into LC with the help of these drones and these few missile attacks and this, and over last 3 days, he's been doing this. We have been so far counter-reacting to him. We all feel we need to have patience, we need to, maybe our strategic thinkers are making a bigger plan, deception plan and all those things. But at lower level, we must understand that all this causes panic in the 10, 12, 15 kilometers of the IB Indian side. Now, I'm of the opinion that, look, all this must be refuted not with just counter-offensive. It must be given a very, very punitive response where his villages, where his people in the 20-25 kilometers area, where they feel the same pain, same panic, and where their military installations get some punishment. I mean, you may not declare a war. You may have your grand strategy. You may bring your grand strategy after 5 days, 6 days, and you can do that. But meantime, I'm of the opinion that that little more than what is required, what we are presently doing, we got to do something much more than this to send a very clear message every night, every hour to the Pakistani people and to the Pakistani establishment. That sort of...
What could that be, General Bakshi?
We should wait.
What could that be?
I'm saying...
You know...
Okay, let General Bakshi say, otherwise I have got my own...
Let me put it bluntly. What could that be? Vishambar, have you finished? Can I comment? Yeah. Thank you.
Sir, आप बोलोगे तो हम सुनेंगे ना. आप बोलो, then I
What would that bigger? No. Because he asked me, that's why. Acha, you know, Arnab, what I am saying is, you want to do something big, then it has to be kinetic action on the ground, supported by massive air power, fire power. Period. You want to do it localized, then your best choice is J&K. You want to use the integrated battle groups, then the entire international border is open, right? The choice is between these two. If you really want to escalate and hurt, you want to play games. We seem to be both sides quite fond of playing games. So these are games, please. We've hit the terror camps, very good. We hit them with more than drones. We hit them with the Scalp and the Hammer cruise missiles and the bombs, right? We hit them possibly with BrahMos. We hit them possibly with Smerch and Pinaka. So that's not games. That was a hard hit. Subsequently, we seem to have been trying to get into a drone war.
We have a visual of an interception. Sorry to interrupt you, sir. There we have a visual of an interception. This interception is coming in from Uri. India is giving a strong response back to these attempted interceptions. These visuals have come in from Uri. Seeing this, sir, and it's quite a, you can see these are air defense systems, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know which make this would be. This is L-70. L-70 or Zu-23. Okay, there is Zu-23 system which is firing. So it's a similar situation like last night. Yes, Jal there, yes, Jal there.
Yeah, Arnab, these are Ju-23 guns or maybe some Shilka guns because these are rapid fire. They fire about 2,000 rounds per minute. The L-70 is a little bigger round and it is a slow rate of fire. What I'm saying is, Arnab, see, General Bakshi and General Sinha have served too long on LC to give you more brief on how LC population feels when there is firing for 6, 8 months. What they go through mentally. What I'm saying is, you are letting the bastard, sorry to use that word, I mean, for Pakistan, you're letting him to do that all along your IB from Jammu to Amritsar to Firozpur.
What is to be done then, sir? What is to be done?
I'm saying, stop his nonsense.
Then what is to be done, sir?
So you must apply your rocket resources also. No, you got Pinakas, you got Smarch, you got your resources. No, you need not fire your missiles.
No,
At night before he takes off,
You're saying this drone-to-drone battle will not work?
you start punishing him.
Start punishing him how, sir?
Why should you? You are waiting for his drones. Why should you?
Then it's the escalation that has gone to another level.
See, your Jammu people are scared. Why not Lahore? Why not Lahore? Let it be. Why not Lahore tonight? Go sleepless with your arty fire, with your rocket fire. Why are you letting your Jammu population suffer? Why should Samba people be suffering? What are we trying to give a message? You wait. I'm not saying you wait for 3 months, 4 months and strike when you leave. Your strategic grand strike can come as you plan.
But the question
till then,
then
don't let your population
the
suffer.
question then is,
You imagine.
the question then is, General Dayal, Commodore Bikramjit Singh, is that our strategic intent? Do we want to do that? The question is, the meeting at the Prime Minister's residence has just ended. There has been a conversation. The question is whether we want to go to a situation where we use our Pinakas, where we use our other heavy artillery, where we want to escalate to that level, or whether we want to use drones to continue to make targeted. I'm coming back to you, sir, after Bikramjit. Whether we continue to use our drone system or continue to do precision strikes, disrupt their air defense systems. But even if you disrupt their air defense system, it should be to something. It comes to use only if you make a bigger attack, isn't it? If you don't have a bigger strike, then what's the use of hitting their air defense systems?
Arnab, absolutely right. What you're saying makes no sense. But what General Dayal sir is saying also making sense. If you ask me, our India's standpoint always has been that we are not the first ones to escalate or to intrude or to start kind of a conflict. We are here to defend our interest if it comes to that stage. So like you said, you are aware that the External Affairs, the Foreign Secretary also said that escalation was already done by Pakistan when they did Pahalgam. So that was an escalation because they were projecting to the world that escalation has been done by India. On the contrary, they were the ones who had done the escalation. Now, here, what Pakistan is trying to do, I think we have to understand that in the garb of, sending these drones, these kind of, what we call probing attacks, are they trying to build up something which we are missing?
Or are they trying to
only
put up
seeing it
something, or have they
retaliating.
put them in a trap? We have more videos from Jammu as Samar speaks. Samar, the latest breaking news video will play as you speak. Please make your point, but please also refer to these visuals. 1 minute. So these are again a repeat of last night. Only this is Jammu for a second night. The sirens are on over Jammu. And we have our air defense which is firing, which means there is an attempted intrusion once again. Gursimran has a quick update. Gursimran? Gursimran? Please switch off your light, camera light. Switch off your camera light. Yeah, please. Okay, we lost his mic there. Samar.
As per my research, what I've been studying regarding the enemy's attack pattern, they have the H-1 Cobras who have recently and constantly been flying low at the nape of the earth, practicing attack maneuvers. The Cobra attack helicopters. So firstly, that is the lowest altitude at which they are practicing an attack. Then comes the middle altitude, which are these small drones, which are basically which are making us expend our ammunition, who are
We
going
have
to
enough
catch our
ammunition to
attention.
do- no, no, it can't be only to expend ammunition.
Even above that, an altitude even above that, approximately 40,000 feet, is going to be the Akinji combat UAVs, which has a payload of 1,350 kgs of
Understood.
missile.
Understood. I got your point. You're saying they're working towards certain
they are
definite
going-
plan, but you know, General Bakshi, the breaking is that the defense sources, army sources, confirming that drone sightings have happened right now, and the visuals are on Republic in Jammu, Samba, and in Pathankot, and all are being engaged. They all are being engaged. General Bakshi, 30 seconds to you, sir, and then I'm wrapping with you. General Bakshi, how is this moving, sir?
You know, all right, Arnab, the visuals that we saw first was that we saw much larger, that bright
Swarm.
larger than the smaller ones we had seen earlier. So from the swarm drones, we seem to have switched to at least what is called MALEs, mid-altitude, long-endurance drones. These, by the way, in Russia, Ukraine, have proved to be a little easier targets to engage because they have a larger cross-section, larger size of the target can be picked up on radar depending upon what material you use. So what is Pakistan's idea in continuing to keep us on,
Yeah, oh, so sorry, yeah.
Jammu and on the line of control
We-
every night? So my first reaction is increase the firepower.
Increase the firepower.
Going at him.
He's been saying it very clearly, sir. I have to wrap because I have to go to Deepakji. Deepakji, what do you think? You've seen some very aggressive postures taken by General Bakshi and General Dayal. Sir, quick word from you, sir.
Thank you very much. This, if I may invert the conventional wisdom, this is the storm which will be followed by a lull. And then there will be the tsunami that we will initiate. This is going to escalate for a while, then it will calm down. And they think that we are going to let our guard down, but then the tsunami will
then
follow.
we'll respond. Okay, I close here for want of time, ladies and gentlemen. On the other side, I'm going to read the Pakistani mind, the statements they have made, the contradictions, where they stand, and what that tells you about how they are thinking.
Time for a quick breather.
On this rapidly evolving situation, of course, I have someone with me, and I have got Deepak Bora joining us. General K.K. Sinha is with us. Commodore Bikramjeet Singh, ex-Indian Navy, is with us. General G.D. Bakshi is with us this evening. And first, I'd like to go across to General Bishambar Dayal. General Bishambar Dayal, the press conference today had two very big headlines. One is that Turkey has got officially involved by giving these Asseguard drones in very, very large numbers to the Pakistanis. Now, Mike, I want to start with that first headline with you. Why have they given all these drones? Have they given lots of other drones? How expensive are these drones? Who's managing the drones? Is it true that these drones are being operated by Turkish experts who are operating out of Pakistani soil? Does this mean Turkey has got involved officially into an armed conflict with India?
Arnab, thank you very much. Firstly, Jai Hind. I think we will start your programs always with Jai Hind,
Jai Hind, sir, Jai Hind.
Bharat Ki Fauj. Right? So let's come to Turkey. Thing is, from last 5 to 7 years, I have been following Turkey and Pakistani military cooperation, and I am of the opinion that this is not overnight. Turkey has supplied these things since post-COVID. Turkey has supplied different drones to Pakistan, and Turkey has also done training for Pakistani pilots both in Pakistan as well as in Turkey. So this is, and Turkey has completely, there was some contract of going with us in the shipyards that has been scrapped, I think. But Turkey has been totally aligned with Pakistan, Turkey, Azerbaijan, and ever since the drone anti-drone systems have succeeded in Azerbaijan, Turkey is on 7th heaven. So what I feel is that this cooperation, military cooperation, we take it, let's not take it to as an alliance that Turkey will come into war openly anywhere. No, Arnab, it will not.